3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. This is episode number 129.
Jesus.
At odds with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travos.
Why do I even bother trying to say your name anymore?
I don't know.
Anyways, you know the drill. When you hear the boxing bells, we'll move on to another topic. But in order to have another topic, we need a first topic. Speaking of topics, let's run through them.
Topic number 1.
New tag team title designs and the creation of a women's North American title.
Our thoughts, basically.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I'm pretty sure we might have done this before, but now that since she's actually debuted, we're going to discuss some Jade Cargill dream matches we'd like to see.
And number 3.
Is AEW dying? But for now, topic 1. Since it's an odd episode, you start.
Well, I will say, my first thought on the women, first of all, talk about the World Tag Team titles is they don't look that bad. Not gonna lie. They look a lot better than what I was expecting them to look. Because to be honest, I was expecting some like copy and paste of like the women's world heavyweight or some dumb shit like that, you know? I wasn't expecting a total brand new design. Or hell, to be honest, I was kind of more of expecting just it be the same titles just with side plates. Not totally new designs, but I will say it is interesting to me.
Boy.
What?
I've been trying to say, people online have been saying it's a copy and paste of the world heavyweight. It's not.
No.
Aside from the number, of course.
Yeah. But it's just, I will say that I personally was expecting like some, I don't know, just take the Raw Tag Team titles and just change the background so you just have side plates. That's, not like a brand new, but I'm just going to say it. It's interesting to me that they're bringing back the World Tag Team titles again. That is interesting. And it also begs the question, so does that mean that this Friday at SmackDown that the SmackDown Tag Team titles are going to be retired?
Most likely.
Yeah. But now, as for my thoughts on the NXT North American Women's, before you get to yours, my thoughts is, looks all right. What are your thoughts on all this shit?
Yeah, my thoughts are, well, first I'll cover the tag titles. I think the design for the World Tag titles is pretty clean, actually.
Yeah.
And if tomorrow we get WWE tag titles, no title in WWE will have an actual nameplate.
Yeah, that is true.
And obviously SmackDown's probably going to have the WWE tag team titles.
Just wait for I give it a few years before they unify the titles again.
Well, you're very pessimistic about this. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what I'm saying. As for the NXT North American Women's, sorry, I had something in my throat. The design's kind of lazy.
Yeah. No. As for my thought of who should win is, give it to first of all, don't do some like I kind of, to be honest, I kind of wish they announced this title sooner, because I think it would have been a more interesting idea is if you had like a tournament, for example, and you had the finals be at Stand and Deliver.
I well, well, I was hoping maybe sooner than that, so that way, or maybe like a little bit after. That way, we could have something at spring break in next week.
Yeah, no. Like here's a question. What are they gonna how are they gonna crown the champion? Is it gonna be a tournament? Is it gonna be is NXT gonna have to create a whole new match type for the first for the champion? Is it gonna be a stupid like battle royal? What is it?
Well, let's look at the history of the North American Championship. It was, admittedly, I don't remember the year it was created.
2018.
Thank you. It's been around since 2018, and the first North American champion, Adam Cole, was crowned via a ladder match. What I would do is I would have some qualifying matches, and at a later TV special or a PLE, have the champion be crowned in the same way.
Yeah. Now, you got the timer going, right?
Yes, I do. We have a minute 30.
Okay, just thinking. I will say.
Yeah, if this was a video call, I would give you the middle finger.
Fair enough, but I'm just like, look, my thoughts are, don't just give it for the North American Women's.
I'm busy.
For the North American Women's Championship, my thought is don't give it to some random nobody. Give it to someone that can make that title prestigious. Don't just give it to like the first random talent. Give it to someone that that's been around in NXT that can carry the title.
It kind of makes me think of like if Ava wasn't the GM, I'd give it to her, not because of her Anoa'i legacy, but kind of be like her father's first title was the Intercontinental. So I feel like, yeah, I know Ava doesn't want to be in the shadow of Dwayne, but it would make sense for her to have a mid-card title before, if she ever steps in the ring again, but before she goes on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, my hell, if the WWE signs a new talent, like that girl that was in the audience at Stand and Deliver, give her the title. Make someone, like if you want to make a name for someone, give it to someone. Just all I ask is you don't waste the title. We just be like, oh right, the title, is just there.
Yeah, I had the timer muted somehow. The ringer was turned all the way down. It actually went off. So why don't we do the final thoughts?
Final thoughts are for the World Tag Team titles. I like the design, but I also want to say is it does raise a point of what was even. I mean, it does raise a point of what would they do with the. I know the Bloodline needed them, but it's just like, what was the point of unifying them if you were just gonna unify them? As for the tag team title designs, I like him.
You just did tag team title.
Yeah, I like.
You mean NXT Women's North American?
Hey, hang on. For the World Tag Team titles, I like the design, but I think the title sets are cool. I'm glad that we don't have to deal with side plates anymore. Nameplates, whatever. side plates, whatever. I'm glad they have side plates. The design is interesting. As for the women's North American Championship, I just hope we get something cool, and whoever wins the title, the first champion, we don't, in like 5 months down the road, we don't forget who the first champion is.
Yeah, as for me, for the WWE World Tag Team Champions, I like the design. I hope Awesome Truth have a good reign with them. I'm interested to see how side plates will work on the tag team titles, probably similar to like the women's tag team, where it's one side plate per member.
Yeah.
As for the NXT Women's North American, let's just hope it doesn't. Whoever wins it doesn't get lost in the shuffle and forgotten about.
Agreed.
And with that, we'll be right back with topic number 2. And we are back with topic number 2, Jade Cargill dream matches. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we've done this topic before, and we're probably going to repeat some, but whatever.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on some dream matches for her?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but Bianca Belair for sure.
Yeah.
They like hinted at that at the Royal Rumble, but then Jade ended up teaming with Bianca and Naomi at WrestleMania.
Yeah. But my question is, are you gonna have Jade Cargill be is Jade Cargill gonna be a baby face or a heel?
I think she's currently a babyface, but these dream matches can be for whether she's a babyface or a heel.
Okay, I would like Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, they've hinted at that. Jade Cargill versus Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I also would like Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, and we wish a speedy recovery for Rhea Ripley.
Yes. Jade Cargill versus the Queen.
I was just about, if you didn't mention that, I was gonna say the Storm versus the Queen.
Yeah. You type it. Anyone else? Let's see. Anyone else you could think of for dream matches?
Oh man. Maybe when she eventually returns, Jade Cargill versus Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. Although Alexa Bliss will look honestly extremely. I mean, Alexa Bliss is good, but yeah, I will say I think another person that would be good is I don't know, Michelle McCool.
Yeah, if she returns.
Hell, I don't know, Stephanie. Hell, this is random, but have Stephanie McMahon come out of retirement and put her over.
Yeah, and this is gonna be really random, but maybe like Tamina.
Yeah,
she's still around, right?
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
Jade Cargill versus Bayley.
Yeah, Jade. I hope Jade wins a women's title in 2024.
Yeah, give her like an AJ Styles rookie year, like in her first year. I mean, like hell, Sheamus did that in his first year on the main roster.
Yeah.
And he beat John Cena.
And keep in mind, in Sheamus' first year, he was so brutal, he had to leave ECW.
Yeah. I hope WWE brings back that. Oh God, what if WWE decides to bring back anyway? That Sheamus.
It'd be interesting.
But anyway, for Jade Cargill dream matches, um, I don't know, Lita, Trish Stratus.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure they're both under a Legends contract. They should return whenever they want.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I just saw one that's a bit out there, but
what?
then again, that's the whole point of this podcast. Jade Cargill versus Shayna Baszler.
Ooh, yeah, Shayna Baszler, we could definitely make her look good. Liv Morgan.
Yeah, with the whole Liv Revenge Tour. Help! Whatever they're doing to crown a new women's world champion, put Jade Cargill in the tournament.
Yeah, hell, have her win the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, her first one-on-one match was technically on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, do that. I don't know. Jade Cargill, versus I don't know, Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, which, by the way, we should probably cover the fact that the draft is happening. Draft is happening next.
Yeah. Who cares about the stupid draft? Anyway, yeah, we get the draft, whatever. But that's that. Anyway, what any dream matches you got?
I'm trying to think of some. We need some new faces in the women's roster.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess since we mentioned Bianca, we could also do Jade versus Naomi.
Yeah. How long we got left on the timer?
15.
Okay. I will say for dream matches, if she wasn't in AEW, Sasha Banks.
And not what I wanted the timer to be set as, but whatever, it just went off. So, final thoughts. I'll go first. I just hope that Jade Cargill's, if we ever get any of these dream matches, I just hope they are good.
Yeah. My final thoughts on if Jade Cargill dream matches is, I just hope that, yes, I agree with you completely that I hope, that the matches are good in the WWE. But I also hope that, if any of these dream matches do happen, that they're really competitive matches and not her just dominating everybody. Because I think...
Yeah, and if they do happen, don't have them happen on a random episode of SmackDown or Raw.
Agreed.
Have them be at a PLE.
Agreed.
Like SummerSlam, for example. We'll be back with the final topic.
Hello, everybody. We're back with the third and final topic. Is AEW dead? Considering that...
Or at least dying.
Or dying, because considering AEW a couple weeks ago, we haven't talked about this on this podcast, but considering they aired the whole backstage footage of what happened at NXT All Out in London and proved CM Punk was right.
Yeah, and actually telling the truth for once.
I mean, like, what the hell? I mean, like, also, look,
you gotta got themselves with that one.
Yeah. Because I heard a lot of people saying, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, like, look, because here's why I think AEW is dying is you got the same shit going on, you know. You got blood, you got drama, you know. There's not really a whole lot of good storytelling in AEW. There's really, you know, there's nothing really that happens on AEW one week, and then the next week you honestly remember what the fuck happened last week.
Yeah, and also like the whole new and like you guys have probably seen the pictures of the side of the AEW arena with the hard cam. There's hardly anyone in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I mean, like, I kind of feel bad because it's like for all like for like Edge because like, oh, I'm trying to end my career, and instead I'm gonna end my career, you know, with thousands of people with barely any people in the fucking arena.
Yeah, and like yeah, All Out in London did great, but also and I'm pretty sure AEW said they're planning on doing that again. But I don't think it's gonna draw as much without CM Punk or MJF or even Jade Cargill.
I
Like
mean,
the problem with AEW and why we think it's dying is a lot of their major stars have left the company.
that is 100% true. And look, I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna say this here that another reason why I think AEW is dying, and this is truthfully my honest opinion here, and I think what a lot of people are realizing now is, well, the fact is that you know when there was like a backstage brawl, AEW instead of capitally, you know, instead of like that whole brawl out or any of that shit, AEW didn't capitalize on any of it.
Yeah.
Like you have some real life backstage drama going on, and instead of just, oh, CM Punk is having real life issues with the elite. Okay, I have an idea. Let's take that shit and make some
Yeah.
money off
Like
of it.
even WWE has like capitalized on real life drama with the Edge and Matt Hardy and Lita.
I mean, hell, think about this. They're sort of capturing on it right now. Even with CM Punk's injured, they're still taking advantage of that shit.
Yeah.
Like hell, the whole Drew McIntyre situation. Drew McIntyre said he has issues with CM Punk, and they're literally doing that on TV.
Yeah. It's like the problem is one of the problems that makes me think AEW dying, and I mean no disrespect to this man. I don't think Tony Khan has a backbone.
Yeah, because, and I'm quoting, because think about this. Did he break up the Bloodline and all up? Nope, fucking Samoa Joe did.
Yeah, and like Tony Khan seems like the type of boss that wants to be your best friend instead of your
That's
boss.
what CM Punk said. It's literally what he said. He's like, dude, CM, he's like, he's a nice guy. He's not a boss. He wants to be. I'm like, he's like, dude, I'm quoting CM Punk when I say this, and I'm not making this part up. He's like, literally after the All Out Brawl in London, he said, "Fuck you, I quit. I'm a clown. You're a clown."
Yeah,
That's what he said.
and like
Because
MJF said it best actually. Tony Khan is like us. He's a mark.
yeah, because here's the thing. When with CM, and I'm quoting like the CM Punk Ariel Hawani interview here, is that when CM Punk got, you know, the whole thing with Collision is that, you know, it was Tony Khan's idea. Punk wanted out. Punk went out back in like 2021. Keep in mind.
Yeah,
He wanted out. He's like, no, the shit ain't gonna work. I want out. He's like, no, you can't. I mean, like, No one likes me. And not to mention, you gave CM Punk was in charge of Collision.
Yeah. CM Punk literally banned some superstars from showing up on Collision.
Like, bro. Like, not to mention, when CM Punk got to London, nobody picked him up. He literally had to take the fucking train.
Yeah, but this isn't about why CM Punk left AEW.
Yeah, okay. What do you think AEW's did? The floor is yours.
I feel like part of it is actually their overflux of a roster.
Yeah.
Tony Khan literally bought a completely other wrestling company with his own independent contractors and let's be honest, who actually watches Ring of Honor?
Okay. My my thoughts are on this is, and truth be told, folks, we could, and Matthew, I'm saying this to you just so you know that I honestly think if we wanted to, we could make this his own little private episode.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do this as like a bonus or something.
Yeah, but my final thoughts is Tony Khan, for a man, who, the guy has too much ex WWE talent, way too many, if you ask me. But to me, and now this is coming from a guy that doesn't watch this company anymore, but it's just, there's nothing really on there that grabs my attention because there's really nothing, whether it's rivalry, storytelling, or hell. You have so much drama, and I'm quoting John Moxley here. I've worked for a lot of companies, but I've never had so much bullshit drama in one place.
Yeah, and the reason you don't watch it is beyond your control.
But that's besides the point.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. But you're right. Right, they have too many ex WWE guys. I think that's actually bringing more eyes to WWE.
That's true.
And like it, and like also he's giving away matches that are pay-per-view worthy on Dynamite. I'm
For
not
example,
joking, guys. Last night we had Claudio Castagnoli versus Will Ospreay for the first time ever.
okay, here's another one. I'm gonna throw you another random one. Matt Cardona versus Adam Copeland.
Did
That
that
should
not
happen.
happen in WWE?
No, that should happen on a random ass episode of Collision for the TNT title.
That is why AEW's dying. They have the opportunity to have big money matches on like one of their premium live events, but they're so spaced out that some dream matches have to happen on weekly television.
Here's another one, and this is just before we. Here's another one. Is I honestly believe the reason why AEW is dying is because if wrestler if, for example, if Samoa Joe is in the ring with Jeff Hardy on a random ass episode of Dynamite, just cutting a promo, Samoa Joe could literally talk about absolutely anything about Jeff Hardy he wants.
Yeah, because
Nothing.
AEW, like their podcast, is unscripted.
Yeah.
You need some sort of baseline to know, okay, this is what you can say, this is what you cannot say. The straightest way to get from point A to point B is a straight line. As long as you get to point B, you're good. But you can't go from point A to point C.
I mean, hell, and this is the last thing I'm going to mention is take anything with the Acclaim. Literally, the guy that raps into the ring, literally, there's only one time that Tony Khan has literally stopped him from rapping about anything. Only once. I'm done.
Yeah, this got off topic. We're gonna have to do this as a bonus because we got a lot more stuff to impact, and I'm gonna say this now. I'm
Uh-huh.
actually thinking about not watching AEW anymore because it doesn't pique my interest.
That's
That's
fair.
why it's dying. It's become stale. Sorry, you want to
well,
close this out?
Before you think, you told me once that you watch AEW. Look, it used to be the alternative, but the last thing I'm gonna say, and this is just to end it, is with AEW is that we used to just watch it, but now you just watch it as you told me for now, just background noise.
Yeah, it's become my second TNA wrestling.
Roll that outro.
Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit,
And the executioner.
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis121, and you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions, but until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.